Hi everyone, welcome to How to Be Human. This month we are going to dive into one of my all-time favorite topics named triggers and connected to that, tricky relationships. So if that triggered something within you, stay on, keep watching. See you in a few seconds. Triggers are rather unpleasant in nature, and that's why we usually try to avoid them. However, in life, that's not always possible, so we come across them every now and then. In my personal experience, though, I have to say that they have a bad reputation they don't really deserve, because I've come to experience them and appreciate them as some of the best teachers I ever had in my life. Now let's have a deeper look at what triggers actually are. Triggers usually are situations or people who push our buttons. And either they say something or do something or both that we strongly disagree with, that we don't like, or that might be even hurtful. And the moment that happens, a program within us starts running, and there's very little we can do. For example, we get angry, we blow up, even if we don't want to, or we feel sad, or we feel helpless, or we feel unworthy of something. And that can either last for a few minutes and you can let go of it, or more often those emotions linger and we have a hard time working our way out of it again. So how can we learn how to handle trigger situations or trigger people? And one thing's for sure, and you probably know that already, is that we cannot change the other person, the other people, or most often neither the situation. So that leaves us. Let's have a closer look at those buttons. I personally like to compare them with sore spots. And sore spots are parts within us that once upon a time got wounded and haven't really healed yet. And most often those wounds stem from our childhood. That's nothing to feel bad about, by the way, because think about it. When you're a little kid and something bad happens to you and you get emotionally wounded, especially if it's a traumatic event, you have very, very little at your disposal on how to handle that. So you just do your best. And what we do, everybody of us, we create a certain behavior, a pattern, a program that is meant to protect us from further harm. I talked about that last month in our other topic, at least a little bit. So triggers hit on an emotional wound that we got maybe many years ago, maybe decades, and we might not even remember that or connect the dots in the first place. So that's why I like triggers. They kind of hit those spots and make me look at them. And the moment I become aware that there is a part of me that hasn't really healed yet, I get the chance to heal myself. And the moment I realize, okay, there's a wound, I do what I can to make myself feel better, not with the Band-Aid method, but the real inner work method that brings full healing. I find the triggers disappear. Not the people necessarily, but I don't react to whatever they say anymore. So next time you come across a trigger in your life, instead of feeling bad or blaming the other person for hurting you, just take a breath and take a moment to look at yourself. Like, be really honest and try to find out what kind of program you were running, and maybe you even find out what the wound is that lies at the core of the whole thing. Don't worry if you don't see the connections just yet. It will come again, and you can learn step by step. So it's not a race. But every time we get triggered, we also get the chance to learn about ourselves. And that's why I personally like triggers. Last but not least, please like, share and subscribe, whatever feels right for you. Thank you for being here. Lots of love and light from my heart to yours. See you next time.